my son and I are here in Alaska hunting black bears, and one guy in our group actually took a black bear on this hunt. So what we're going to do, we're going to show you the proper cuts to skin a black bear, either for a full life size or for a rug. The cuts are exactly the same. So what we're going to do is I want to make these cuts, and as I'm making them, I will explain to you why we're making them and why you should make them that way, and how to keep the cuts nice and straight and even so that you have as much skin on the right side as you do on the left side, especially like for a rug. That's really important. You want the rug to be balanced. So let me show you this cut here. This cut on the back leg is a very important cut. It's probably the cut that most hunters will make a mistake on. They don't really understand this cut. They tend to want to cut on the inside of the leg, and that's incorrect because all of this is inside hair, all of this is outside hair. So what we want to do is we want to make the cut from the back of the heel, down the leg, right down to the base of the tail, which is right here. So let me make that cut now. I'll show you how this works. So I'm going to start right here at the heel. Make one good fluent cut all the way down. Nice straight line. And we're going to go right down to the base of the tail there. Just like that. And then I'll move over here and I'll do this one. And you'll be able to see this one even a little bit better here. So again, starting at the back of the heel. Making this cut. Keeping the knife in and just get a nice smooth cut. We want the cut to be straight and smooth. And again, we're going right down to the base of the tail, or actually, you know, the anal area right there. And we're going to stop right at that point, right there. So there's your cut down the back of the leg. That's the first two cuts that you'll make for the rug or for the life size. Okay, the next cut we're going to make is going to be the incision down the belly. So what I like to do is I like to lay the bear on his back, and I try to get him all straight. Make sure he's nice and straight here. We want to make a nice straight cut so we have half the skin on the right side, half the skin on the left side. So after getting nice and straight like that, I'm going to come around here to the base of the tail again. We're starting at the base of the tail, right where that intersection was before. We're going to start right there. Just going to make our cut here like this. And we're going to come right up to the center of the belly. Get a nice smooth cut. Try to keep the knife in the cut if you can. Stay center of the belly. You want that rug to be nice and straight and balanced. And we're going to go right up to the middle of the chest. Right here. Right past the middle of the chest. And we're going to come within about 4 inches or so at the end of the jaw here. So we came to about 4 inches or so from there. So a nice straight cut up the center. So now the next cut we're going to make is this leg cut. We're going to make this cut's going to start here at the center of the pad again, and we're going to come down and we're going to intersect here at this section. Now here's the thing, is that this leg kind of comes down this way and then jogs. So your cut is going to have to match that same curve. And what we want to do, we want to make sure we don't swing down on the bottom side. We want to stay approximately 1 inch high of center. So this being the center. So what I'll do, it's kind of a guess, but this will give you an idea. We're going to come down here to about the elbow, start making our turn real slow here, staying about 1 inch high of center, coming straight across, just like that. And what that's going to do, that's going to allow all this skin to fold out here, and it makes a rug, a nice full rug on that corner. So let me show you that cut on this side again. Again, we'll kind of straighten him out a little bit, but he's got that little kink in the arm there. So what we want to do is, again, start at the base of the pad, come down to about the elbow right here. And when we get to the elbow, we're going to kind of swing over and meet that other cut. Again, staying about 1 inch high of center or so. Just like that. Now with that, we've made the cuts on the hind legs. We've made the cut up the belly, all the way to the base of the chin. and we made the cut from the base of the pads down through over here. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to start skinning this and laying this skin back. After we get it kind of skinned out where you can kind of see it, I'll come back to you and I'll show you what cuts we made and how we've skinned it off. So let me start working on that, and we'll come back and see what I've done. Okay, so just to kind of go over what we did, as you can see here, when we made our cut up to center, you know, we didn't go into this stomach cavity at all. We haven't gutted the bear. We've left it closed. We want to skin it all off first, not have all that mess out here. And once we get it skinned, we can get into there and take care of that part. And as you can see, just so you can see this, you know, we've skinned it up to about 4 or 5 inches from the end of the jaw. So we stopped here with our cut that came all the way up. So we stopped there, and now we're just starting to skin this off. Now, once we do that, I've started skinning the body here. Here's our next cut. You want to start right here in the center of the pad, and you want to stick your knife in, cut through the pad, and connect to that cut we made earlier when we started at the base of the pad. Because what we're going to do is we're going to skin this back, and we're going to take it off of the joint right there, and we'll leave the paw in, and we'll skin the whole bear, leaving all 4 paws in and the head in. And once we get the skin off of the body and separate it, then we'll go back in and pull the paws out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start skinning this right now, and when I get it down to where I'm going to break through the joint, then we'll come back and I'll show you what I'm going to do, and I'll explain to you how to go through that joint. Okay, so we split the paw down the center here, and then we've skinned it around. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take it off at the joint. And the joint is basically at the narrowest part at the end of the paw, the narrowest part or at the wrist. So if we just cut right through these tendons here and straight down, the joint's right there. You should be able to just go right in. Being careful you don't cut the skin on the other side, because it is pretty close. And you can see the joints right there. It will just pop like that. You got the joints in there. Cut right through. Again, be careful because the skin's on the back side right there, so I have to go kind of slow here. Okay, try to cut that. But it will take it off right there at the joint. Just like that. Now we can continue our skinning. So what I have here is I have the paw and everything's inside. Now we'll skin this out later, and I'll show you that later, but we'll skin this out. We'll skin it all the way down to the toes. But what we're going to do now is I'm going to skin the rest of this bear and take it off of the joints and get it all up to that point, and then we'll come back and I'll show you the next step. Okay, so what I've done is I've skinned this all around, and we're gonna sever it here at the hind foot again. The hind is kind of like the fronts. You just want to go to the narrowest part of the foot, and you want to break it through there, and just go through the seam, and it'll pop right off just like that. And then what we'll do is we'll come from the bottom there, kind of scribe it. You just want to be careful you don't cut through the skin, and it'll come right off. And again, you're just leaving the paw inside here. Once you get it all skinned out, we'll pull the paws out of the skin at that time. But it's just taken off right here at the joints where we're taking it. Now we're going to continue skinning, and when we get down to the tail here, I'll show you how we take it off the tail and how we skin it up to the base of the head.